What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters, along with my co-host Jules from the Game and Lounge. What's going on, little bro?
Top of the morning. What's good, big bro?
None. Let's examine this Charlemagne and his accuser with her mother speak out, man. Look,
Okay.
you familiar with the story, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he had took a plea deal and definitely copped out to biking the drinks. Just certain things just didn't sit right with me inside this video thing because he wasn't really charged with the rape, and but he did take a lesser plea for the alcohol.
Getting what was that damn? Inducing the toxic, contributing to the toxic, I forgot what they call the charge.
Yeah, to a minor and things like that.
Contributing to the delinquency of a minor. That's what they call it.
Right. You know how we do, bro. We listen to certain things. We just take the facts for what they is, man. Even though we know that rape is very serious and things like that, and even though I know at that time he was a scumbag, this thing happened 17 years ago. But certain things just stick out to me in this, man, and I want to just play something to you and just get your viewpoint on some of these things, man. So,
all right,
let's check this out.
My name is Jocelyn Sullivan, and I am the mother of Jessica Nicole Reed. We're out here in Mounts Corner, just left the Berkeley County Sheriff's Department, speaking with detectives. The case of McCalvey, my daughter Jessica Reed. I have regrets in which I am very sorry about, because when my daughter was drugged and raped, I wanted to do nothing but protect her. I didn't want her to suffer anymore. I didn't want her to feel that pain anymore. And so I did not let her testify. And because of that, today we are finding out that Mr. McCalvey is going to get away with what he did to my daughter, Jessica, and this family. For all these years, we've been suffering, going to...
Okay, right there. What do you think of that part right there?
sound like some money.
Yeah, what does she mean? She didn't want her daughter to testify, and now since she found out about it, he gonna get away with what he did.
You get away with what she did, with what he did when you said you didn't want her to testify in the first part.
Yeah, that don't even make no sense.
What you mean? After finding out he was gonna get away with it, how was he not gonna get away with it if you didn't testify, or if you didn't allow your daughter to testify?
Right. Which sound crazy because she also says she didn't know he was grown at the time. Like, how you didn't know he was grown at the time if your daughter 15 years old, he pulling up at your house in a Beamer and he worked for the radio station. Like, how old did you think he was? Like, and why would you feel so comfortable allowing your daughter to go with this dude, even if it was just to a teenage get together, when you already know what teenagers do? Like, I don't know, man. This is what I mean by rubbing me the wrong way, because this happened 17 years ago. You didn't want your daughter to testify then, but you want justice right now. It sounds like it's clout chasing, man. Sound like clout chasing.
Sound like 17 years ago you ain't know Charlemagne was gonna be a rich nigga.
Yeah. And look, she crying. Look, and notice she said, like, I had deep regrets when I was younger back then. Like, come on, man.
Regrets in which I am very sorry about, because when my daughter was drugged and raped, I wanted to do nothing but protect her. I didn't want her to suffer anymore. I didn't want her to feel that pain anymore. And so I did not let her testify. And because of that, today we are finding out that Mr. McCalvey is going to get away with what he did to my daughter, Jessica, and this family. For all these years, we've been suffering, going through pain and anguish over his decisions. Molest my daughter, rape her. And
Hold
now
up, hold
she
on,
has
hold
to
on,
deal
hold
with
on,
this, and
hold
we
on.
have to
Pause that,
deal with
truth.
this.
Truth, pause
And
that.
I'm so
I'm doing it.
sorry that I
Okay.
didn't.
She just said that it's his fault that he got away with it.
I don't know, did she?
That I thought, cause what she just said, he. Oh wow,
Let me see.
that's it. Whoa.
My daughter, Jessica, and this family. For all these years, we've been suffering, going through pain and anguish over his decisions. Molest
Okay,
my
right there.
daughter.
Okay, okay. So they've been going through this because of his decision to molest your daughter, not because of your decision to not prosecute him for molesting your daughter.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
that's okay.
and
I was
that's what I
trying to
don't
tell.
get. If your
I don't want to
daughter,
be. Yeah, I don't want to
if
be catching people up on their words like that when that sounds. But that sounds a little strange.
if your daughter was drugged and raped and you knew about this, why wouldn't you want her to testify against the guy that
They did it
raped her?
exactly.
Like, that don't even sound right. But the guy who you trusted or allowed in your home, like, come on, man, this just don't sound right, man.
That's why I had you pause it, because that's how I wanted to hear her say that one more time. That she damn, that he was gonna get away with it because of his decision. So his actions allowed him to get away with it, not your actions and lack thereof that allowed him to get away with it. Okay, that's how people should like to shift blame, but without taking into account of their own responsibilities.
Right.
Not
Rape
not
her.
that I'm not that I'm
And
saying that
now
it was that
she
young
has
girl's fault that she was molested at all. I'm not
Right.
saying that was
Right.
definitely not what I'm saying. I'm saying it is her mother's fault to not have prosecuted when she had the chance.
Exactly.
to deal with this, and we have to deal with this. And I'm so sorry that I didn't take the initiative then to persecute him for what he did to my daughter.
To persecute him? what he did, I thought. She said to persecute him. Okay, man.
Molest my daughter, rape her. And now she has to deal with this, and we have to deal with this.
Okay, so all right, all right.
And I'm so
I hate I
sorry.
keep doing this and we keep spreading this out. That he said rape or molest. Is it one of the? Is it both or is it one? I mean, I don't. I mean,
Right.
I hate to be saying. I mean, like that. Like I don't know if is it rape or is it molestation? Is it because I believe those are two different things.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the
That I
question.
didn't take the initiative then to persecute him for what he did to my daughter. I'm sorry. He came to our home and he acted as if he was going to be a friend to us. He came to us and said, "Don't worry, nothing's going to happen to her. And I'll make sure that she'll be safe." He eluded us to believe and trust in him. And then he turns around and violates my daughter by raping and drugging her. And then he gets away with it. When I made the decision not for my daughter to testify, I was focused on her well-being, and I wanted the best for her. I didn't want to put her in the stand to relive all of that pain and suffering. And now, 17 years later, because he continues to make mockery about it, joke and laugh about it, like it doesn't even matter to him, or he has no regrets or anything. Then he tries to cover it up with his money and his high-class attorneys. And now he's not going to be punished for it. Justice is not fair, and we will not stop fighting. We will fight for justice and closure for my daughter Jessica and this family.
Okay, why you want to fight now? Like, I don't get it. That's all I'm saying, bro. It's just saying,
Because now you got a fighting chance with being with the climate that the world is in now. You may be able to sway public opinion, the court of public opinion. You know what I mean? To try to force him into making a different move or something. When I doubt that's what it is. If he's making a mockery and a joke of it now, that's because it's all over with. And he know it's all over with, and ain't nothing you can do to him about it. That's strange. Dude, she's saying he keeps making a mockery and a joke of it. I mean, how so? I'm not one in the watching the Breakfast Club that often, so I don't know, but I could not. I mean, I could have missed a lot that happened on the Breakfast Club, so I don't. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know what he's been doing to, I mean, make a mockery of a joke of the situation.
right,
But that wouldn't sound like to be smart to do if you're guilty of something like this anyway.
right.
Even if you got away with it. You know what I mean, at the time.
She said out of her mouth, we thought he was going to be a friend to us. We thought he was going to be a friend to us. That's another thing that stick out to me. So he worked at the radio station. He pull up in the Beamer. And I don't know, man. I don't know. You saying you didn't know he was wrong. You had to know he was wrong. Like,
Yeah, I'm
come
about to
on.
say, how you expect him to be a friend to y'all if you didn't think he was grown? You ain't gonna want your friends' kids to be a friend of you. You know what I mean?
You're right, right, right. And you mature enough to know what's
The
going
game.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It seemed like from what it seemed like is that they think he had some type of stardom, or his mom felt like there was some type of way she could help them. And it's, I mean, or something, or I don't know. And she was gonna try to use that. And when it didn't happen the way they wanted it to happen, and she got taken advantage of, it made the mom feel extra guilty because back she had secret intentions the whole time.
Mm.
So it's kind of like you threw your wolf and you threw your daughter into the lion's den because of your backwards intentions, or your I mean some sideways intentions that you had, and it ended up costing you your daughter.
That's crazy. I don't know, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm trying, because you said you thought he was gonna be a friend to us. How can he be a friend to y'all? I mean, what would, you know what I'm saying? What would lead you under those intentions? What would make you believe that he would want to be a friend of you?
Seemed like she got let down, man, because she was expecting something. But
That's what I'm saying, man. I think she was expecting something, and when it didn't happen, it went badly against her daughter, and she's got an extra guilty conscience because her intentions from the jump was underhanded.
right, facts. I believe that
He
too.
has no regrets or anything. Then he tries to cover it up with his money and his high-class attorneys. And now he's not going to be punished for it. Justice is not fair, and we will not stop fighting. We will fight for justice and closure for my daughter, Jessica, and this family. According to the detectives, because he negotiated a plea deal, he cannot be prosecuted for the rape charge. So what they did was just dismissed it. They didn't even prosecute the rape charge because my daughter wasn't there. And so they let him plead. DNA did not clear him innocent. DNA has nothing to do with it at all. He's guilty no matter what anyone says. 17 years later, she's still suffering from it. We're still suffering with her from it. And justice needs to be served regardless. He deserves to be punished for what he did.
Hello, my name is Jessica Reed. I'm 32 years old. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I left New York when I was 6 years old after my father passed away. We moved to Charleston, South Carolina, lived there for about 5 years, and we moved to Somerville and lived there for 2 years. Today, I'm here to talk about what happened in June 2001. A lot of you have heard Charlamagne's story, but today I'm here to set the record straight about what really happened that night. I met Charlamagne through a mutual friend. His name is Rico. I met Rico through my best friend. Her name is Shaniqua Epps. The night I met Charlamagne, Rico and I were hanging out. He told me he had some business to take care of and he had to stop by the radio station, Z93. So where I'm at right now, standing right in front of what used to be Z93 radio station, here is where I met Charlamagne. Like I said previously, I was introduced to him by Rico, who was a mutual friend of both Charlamagne and mine. Charlamagne worked at the time as a radio DJ. He introduced us. Rico introduced Charlamagne and I. I sat down. Rico and Charlamagne were discussing music. I kind of sat back while they talked. We left the station, and about 2 days later, Charlamagne called me. I'm not sure how he got my number because I didn't give it to him, but I'm assuming that Rico gave him my number. At the time I met Charlamagne, I was 15 years old. He told me he was 20. Just finding out recently he was actually 22 years old at the time. Our relationship was strictly platonic. We were friends and only friends. We are at Tree Haven Apartment. This is where Charlamagne came to meet my mom for the first time. Came upstairs to this apartment here to my left, came to meet my mother, spoke to her, introduced himself. And on that day, he took me and my best friend out to lunch to a Chinese buffet. I knew him about maybe, I want to say a month and a half before the incident.
He also, during that time when he introduced himself to me, he said that he would watch over them, promised that they would be fine, and I had nothing to worry about, that they would be safe with him. He came off like he was a brother to a sister kind of uh, relationship. And I trusted this person and allowed my daughter and her friend to go and have lunch at that time. I did not know, and I want to stress it very clearly, I did not know his age at that time. I just figured that he was a friend, hang around friend, possibly even high school. So yes, he did come and he did assure me that my daughter and her girlfriend would be safe with him. So the second time Charlamagne came to my home,
You
I
pause that,
wasn't
Joe?
here. I'm not sure where I
Yeah,
was,
I'm on it
but
right
my mother
now.
answered the door.
Right there.
All right. My bad. You say you didn't know how old this man was to allow him to take out your 15-year-old daughter? How do you assume something like that, lady?
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to bash you in a state, but this has got to be said. You like what the?
Right.
How do you allow your 15-year-old daughter to go out with a man and you don't even know? You're assuming his age. Not only are you assuming his age, you are taking him at his word to look after your child. How you don't know this man?
That's the problem I was saying. Like, that don't make no sense. You already know he on a radio station. He pull up to your house in the Benz. You think, I don't know, man. I don't. And then she said we thought he was gonna be a friend to us. Like,
Exactly.
oh, that's what made me say that.
What were your intentions, lady? What would that has me to go back to her intentions?
Right, right. Like some of them women be doing when they out there like that. You got a daughter, you want her to holler at the baller with money because you already be knowing that. Yeah,
That's where the money gonna come from.
give your
Right.
mama some money too. Give your mama some money. You don't care. You don't care. And then I'm just tripping off how 17 years go by and it's like, I don't know, man. You figured that you when it first happened is where you should have wanted justice. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's
Exactly.
talking about she 32 years old now. I don't know. It just seemed like
15
now
years,
since
she was 15 years old when this happened. Like when did you want to start getting justice? When did this start coming? Like what? When did you decide you wanted to start trying to get justice?
like when he became a millionaire, like because he a millionaire now. You know what I'm saying? And then she say something, bro. Like the girl said something that just rubbed me the wrong way. Cause this is a long interview, but she said something that rubbed me the wrong way when she said this. I think it's such a let me see.
Oh, I'm sitting there crying, and he tries to shush me, and then he performs oral sex on me. And then I was trying to move, but I don't know. He was heavy. He left it.
I was downstairs when Jessica went upstairs to the bathroom, and she was gone quite a while. At that time, I was thrown up and so forth, so it took me quite a bit of time to get to her. But what made me get up to get to her, not even that she was gone for so long, but I heard yelling and screaming, a lot of noise, and like something wasn't right. So that's what made me get up to go find Jessica. And in the process of me finding Jessica, I did see Charlamagne on top of Jessica, and Jessica was very hysterical. Oh gosh, it was horrible.
I was laying on the bed, no clothes on. I remember somebody opening the door.
Okay, so you went upstairs and you had to push your way into the room, or the door was open. What?
No, the door was closed. It was not open whatsoever. I had to literally get in. I don't know how, but I mustered up the energy to get in that room.
Okay.
And like I said, I did see Charlamagne on top of Jessica. And in the process, because it was more of a shock, like, how did she get in here? You know, he jumped off her and proceed to run out.
Mm-hmm. So when you came into the room and you claimed that you...
Jessica was hysterical. She was yelling and screaming. I'm trying to figure out,
right.
I'm just in shock because I couldn't believe what I saw. Like, I was really like, oh my gosh, she was, and I'm trying to calm her down and just be there for her. and she had no clothes on. It was horrible. You know, she was yelling, screaming, saying they raped me, they touched me, you know, and it was, wow, it was a lot to take on.
So when you came into the room, did you see, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, when you came into the room, did you see Charlemagne's pants down or did you see him naked? What was?
His pants was down. Yes, his pants was down. When he jumped up, he pulled everything up.
Okay.
And ran out the room.
And then Malika staggered in and she was asking me where my clothes were. And I told her I didn't know. I told her I didn't know where they were. And then, I don't know, it was weird. I told her I didn't know where my clothes were. And then Larry, no, excuse me. I told her I didn't know what my clothes were. And I think I started yelling or something. And Larry told me to shut the fuck up before he kicked me in the head. And I was like, where's my clothes? Where's my clothes? Where's my clothes? And he said, Larry said, ain't nobody do nothing to you. You just acting crazy for no reason. And I just kept saying, where's my clothes? Where's my clothes? I just started screaming. And then when I started screaming, everybody ran. Everybody left. Everybody left. I wasn't in any shape to call the police or speak to the police. I don't know how they were called. I know Malika and I ended up downstairs outside of the villa in the front, and we were just sitting out there in the dark. And then a black car pulled up and asked us if we were okay. And if I'm not mistaken, I think either he called or Malika called. I'm not sure who called the police, but someone called the police because we went to the hospital that night.
I'm the one that called her mother, her brother. We got the EMS out there. You know, I was the one that was there with her, so she wasn't by herself.
So right now we're at Somerville Medical Center. After the incident took place at the villa, the emergency room picked up me and Malika, and this is where they brought us. When I arrived here, my mother was here, my brother was here, and also a friend of the family who was actually the chaplain that night. Her name is Betty Broomfield. They were here.
Early morning, I received a phone call, and I could hear Jessica screaming in the background. Malika talked on the phone, and she did not know exactly where they were. Someone stopped and let them use their cell phone so that they can contact me. Immediately, I called 911 to have someone dispatched over to where the incident occurred. I stayed on the phone until I heard from an ambulance technician to tell me where they were taking my daughter Jessica Reed and Malika Joyner. They informed me that they were going to take them to the Somerville Medical Center. Me and family rushed to the hospital only to see my daughter lying on the emergency bed, screaming.
Bro, got a whole bunch of crackling going on over there, bro.
A whole bunch of what?
A whole bunch of crackling. Sound like you was opening up some chips or something.
No, I was folding them up.
Oh, okay. All right.
So upset to see her in that type of position.
Charlemagne did not come to the hospital.
Right here.
Charlemagne did not call me the day after. I had never heard from Charlemagne again after that night. And he's the one who invited me to the party. He's the one who took me to the party.
Right here, Jude. That's what I'm saying right here. That don't make no sense to me. You hear me, little bro?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Right here. This just don't make no sense to me at all. From here on out. Right here. From here on out. This don't make no sense.
Charlemagne did not come to the hospital. Charlemagne did not call me the day after. I had never heard from Charlemagne again after that night. And he's the one who invited me to the party. He's the one who took me to the party. And he left me there.
If
So
you're
you
so
was expecting
innocent
a phone call
and you
from
didn't
him?
do anything,
Exactly.
why didn't you pick up the phone and call somebody? Why didn't you ask, hey, is Jessica okay? You brought me to that party. You never picked up the phone to call. You never stopped by my house to check on me because you knew you were guilty. You knew what you had done.
And if you know this, why did you expect it? Why would you even?
Right there. You see what I'm saying? Now, if he raped you, like you said, he gave you oral sex, raped you after you was gang raped by them. What do you mean he never picked up the phone to call you? He didn't come to the hospital. He didn't check on you to see if you was okay. What rape victim usually do that?
That's what I was. That's what I was asking.
Right. That's why I said like that part right there just that don't make no sense to me. Like, was you really expecting for him to do that? Like, why would he see if you okay if I know you if I raped you?
And then that'd be like him admitting guilt.
Yeah, but what person that raped a woman actually do that? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably. I mean, they try to make it seem like. I mean, I guess it was some guys that try to make it be like, "Yo, I really didn't rape you. You made it seem like that or something. You okay? I didn't know you really wanted me to stop. I just thought you were. I mean, saying no because you wanted me to be a little bit more aggressive or something like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, cause she like he didn't come to the hospital, he didn't call me, he didn't stop by to see if I'm doing, huh?
Yeah, that sounds strange to be asking from somebody who raped you.
Yeah, and this my thing. Like now as I listen to it again and I'm paying attention to this, bro. I don't know, man. I don't think he raped her, man. I think he brought her to the party. He may have spiked the drinks, let the other fellas do what they did, and she was mad. She was mad that, you know what I'm saying, that he actually brought her to the party and probably, I mean, he'll come out the gate because he admitted that he did spike the drink. So he probably did have intentions on going there too, and he did probably set her up to the point where they were finna get balled by everybody. But I don't know that part right there. I don't know, bro. She ain't even really saying he raped her right there. And she just saying, I thought you were my friend. You brought me to that party. You didn't call me. You didn't check up on me. You didn't come see me.
Now it sound like she had sex with somebody where she thought she was a friend and then got kind of salty because he didn't call the day after.
Yeah, cause that don't even make no sense. She ain't saying like a woman really like you raped me and you know what I'm saying. She not
Not
saying
not
that.
not, not saying that not saying that she's supposed to or if there's a I mean a correct way to say somebody raped you or something like that. It's we just making the observation that I mean her choice of words are kind of strange for this situation.
Yeah, no doubt.
Position.
Charlemagne did not come to the hospital. Charlemagne did not call me the day after. I had never heard from Charlemagne again after that night. And he's the one who invited me to the party. He's the one who took me to the party. And he left me there.
If you're so innocent and you didn't do anything, why didn't you pick up the phone and call somebody? Why didn't you ask, hey, is Jessica okay? You brought me to that party. You never picked up the phone to call. You never stopped by my house to check on me because you knew you were guilty. You knew what you had done.
Don't be so naive. You don't know who this man is. You didn't know who he was back then. Don't believe everything you hear. Look at the facts. Listen to him tell his story. It makes no sense at all. This man picked me up. We had a relationship, first of all. And he's done a few interviews where he claimed he didn't even know who I was. Ask questions. He picked me up, took me to a party, and abandoned me.
What happened
That's
after
correct.
that incident took place? Did you ever see Charlemagne again?
No, it took a toll on his family. It was very hard on everybody, you know, even the relationship between me and her brother. You know, it just affected us in so many ways. And recently, you know, once that happened, it was horrible. You know, we ended up moving. You know, we all relocated, you know, shortly after the incident has happened. And then once me and her brother was not able to, you know, work things out due to this horrible event,
Nightmare.
I relocated and moved on with my life.
Yeah. So now, after this rape occurred with Jessica, and you're saying, Charlemagne, I'm not putting this on him, but
Yes.
these are your statements. And I would imagine Monk's Corner is a small town. How awkward was it for you guys to live there and to hear him on the radio?
It was really hard, you know, I don't see how someone can do that and then act like nothing happened.
There's so much hate that I have for him. And I shouldn't say that. But there's so much of me that hates that man because my life has never been the same ever since that night. Never. And I don't know if I'll ever be the same. I turn on the radio, I hear your voice. I turn on TV, I see your face. I've been in counseling on and off for 5 to 6 years. Medication, anxiety attacks, depression, all because of you. And now you want to portray me as some groupie, some girl who you didn't know, you just invited me to a party. No. Say my name. You know me. You know how we met. You called my house. You met my mom. You met my brother. You picked me up, took me out to lunch. You called me your little sister. We had a friendship. And you lied. The same way you lying to all these people. You're not innocent and you know you're not innocent. I don't even know how you sleep at night. But it's not over. It's not over. Just know that. I'm going to keep speaking. I'm going to get my justice. The truth is going to be revealed. This is not over.
So
Due to the fact that I was a minor, only 15 when everything happened, my mom thought it was best that I did not take the stand and testify against Charlemagne. I wanted to, I was willing, I was ready. I wanted to speak and I wanted to tell the truth and I wanted him to pay for what he did. But know that the only reason he is where he is today is because I was not able to speak. And I really wish I could have spoken. It's not getting better for me. To have to see someone who violated you every day on TV, going on with his life like nothing ever happened. Like that part of his life never happened. And I'm here suffering every single day. I know what I know, and I know my truth, and I will stand by that until the day I die. This isn't about money for me. This is about justice. It's about closure. It's about being able to move on with my life. I've made it very clear I want nothing from this man. No amount of money he gives me is going to give me back what he took. Mentally, emotionally, I have never been the same. He has never acknowledged me. He's gotten on his radio show and said he's praying for the victim and her family, as if he doesn't know who I am. He knows who I am. He knows me very well. He knows what happened that night. And no matter how much you try to cover it up, the truth is going to come out. I promise you. People can see through your lies. Nobody believes you. People can see it. I want to take this time to thank everyone who supported me so far. I want to take the time to thank those who have given me a platform to speak. As you have seen, not too many people have reached out to me. A lot of the main outlets wouldn't even speak about this case until Charlemagne said something about it. As disappointing as that is, I still have to keep moving forward and appreciate those who have given me a platform to tell my story. A lot of people have reached out to me and shared their sexual assault stories. And I want to say that I believe you. I stand with you. And thank you. It's not easy talking about what has happened to you. It's not easy coming out and having people scrutinize you and say you have hidden agendas when you know deep down in your heart that all you want to do is move on with your life and all you want is justice. So I thank everyone who has supported me. I thank everyone who has emailed me. Thank you for showing me love, for giving me kind words, because it has motivated me and it has helped me to continue moving forward. Thank you. I haven't been back here since it happened.
Why would you?
I'm just saying. I mean, we moved. We left. I haven't been to Somerville since, I don't know, I guess since it happened. I mean, I came back to Charleston to visit my family, but never been back to Somerville.
Okay, Jules, what you think?
I think mom was on some trash.
Yeah.
And she got to suffer for it because her mom was on some trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because another nigga was on some trash. I don't want to say like Charlemagne ain't had no. Because I could have sworn I heard that man say he put Spanish fly in all their drinks, including
Hell
his.
too. Yeah, he did say that.
So.
He did say that.
Okay, well that's crazy. Like, I guess as if I don't have the rapist bone or rapist gene in my body to understand how a rapist, because yeah, I mean, how does that turn you on? Like, how did somebody laying there crying and fighting you off? How does that? I don't see that. I don't see that as the turn on in any way.
No. Dang. Yeah. I
Sorry for
don't
what
know.
happened to the,
What you said?
I said I'm sorry for what happened to the young lady. I'm sorry that her mother. I don't want to say let it happen, but they just almost condone. It seemed like her mama almost condoned it happening.
Right.
Like,
Right.
mm,
That's why I was saying, like, I wanted you to check it out and see it. Because
yeah,
I
I
was
don't,
feeling some
I
type of
don't want nobody to think I'm coming at her about it. I'm coming at her moms about it. Her moms. But not only do I believe Charlemagne was a trash person, if he is a led, if he is indeed what's being said, he is trash just as well as the mom is trash. You know what I'm saying? But mm-hmm. So like she said, money ain't gonna erase the pain no matter what happens. I mean, all the money in the world ain't gonna get that woman a peace of mind. So I just wish her mama would have been more willing to put up more of a fight for her daughter than she was.
I concur. I definitely concur. Yep. So with that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth and along with my guy Jude from the Gaming Lounge, man. We up out of here. Deuces. God bless y'all. Take it easy.